Well, today we're going to have a look at how to play the fantastic post-grunge track and massive hit Shine by Atlanta alt-rockers Collective Soul. For brevity purposes, we're not going to include the solo in this tutorial, but know that it has just an awesome and ripping solo by original lead guitarist Ross Childress, and it's well worth looking into in a follow-up video, but we'll see how that goes. I have to learn it first. But for now, let's close in here a little bit and get started, shall we? All right then, let's have a look at how to play Shine by Collective Soul. Now, some tuning issues. This one has some rather odd tuning. First of all, we're tuned down 1/2 step to E flat, and then we take our low E string and tune that down another full step. So it's like drop D tuning, but you're already tuned down a 1/2 step. So your low E string is tuned 1.5 steps down. So here's your tuning from the A string on down. So that's 1/2 step. Now you're going to take your D string there and tune your E string all the way down to that note. So that's down 1.5 steps. It's all floppy and shit. And so it starts. That lovely little phrase right there. Now we're just riding the open D string along with the G string. So we're hammering on from 9 to 11. And then we're just kind of all downstrokes riding along these notes with the open D. Then you're going to back it up to 9. And then you're going to back it up to 7 on the G string, and all the time riding the open D string. So when you get back to this 7, I've listened to this numerous times, 20 or 30 times, trying to pick this apart. And, you know, you can easily just do this. Just hit that 3 times with like a little open D. Hit it 4 times actually, but the 3rd time just the open D. Kind of like that. But the 3rd time, this note is actually in there. If you watch them play this live, he'll pull off to the open G. Kind of like that. But that is not what's on the studio version. The studio version, it's this note. Right there. So it's not G, it's actually A. So what I think he's doing is going here and then grabbing that 7th fret of the D string and then taking it off. Kind of like that. But like I said, you can get away with, you know, not doing that at all. Just hitting the open D again. And all these notes, you know, you're giving some vibrato if you're sitting on them for any length of time. Right there, you know. And there as well. So that's the beginning, and then we're going to start it the same way again. And then you're going to jump up here to the 14th fret of the G. And then you're going to slide out of it. And then you're going to back it up to the 7, and then go 7, 9, 11. With a little bounce off the open D string between hitting the open D along with that note. Kind of like that. So that is the opening riff. And it's all palm muted here, so you don't want to, you know, it's not like that. You want to palm mute all of this, and it's played pretty quietly. And then we're into this. Now Now, there's two guitars going on here, and this is what one of them is doing. He's just bouncing off this C major, just barring the 5th fret of the D and the G off to the open strings, just bouncing off, on and off, and then dropping into this G chord. Now remember, we're tuned down, so this would be like G flat. So just a G power chord right here, 5 and 7, but we're also dropping our pinky down here on the octave at the 8th fret of the B string. And then just bouncing these two fingers, keeping our pinky on, but bouncing these two off to the open strings. Kind of like that, so. While another guitar is doing full power chords, like. Now, our power chord here on the low E string, because we're tuned down an extra step, we can do our power chords with one finger. So we're here on the 5th fret, so like a C power chord. Instead of this, one guitar is doing a full power chord, and I think he's doing it here at the 10th fret, and just bouncing off the open strings. Back to A. And that's for that part, and then it goes back into this. And that's one guitar and the other one. And then we're into the first verse. Actually, our first chorus, sorry, and that's kind of like the riff that leads into the chorus. Open strings, top 2 strings. You can even get some of the, it's in D, so you can hit the top 3 strings. And we're hitting just power chords here, one finger power chords, because we are tuned down. So we're going off the 3rd fret 3 or 4 times, and then we're dropping onto the 5th fret. And then you repeat. But the second time, you're going to jump it up here to A sharp. So you're going to move from 5 to 6. And then repeat. And now we're into the chorus proper, which is C, power chord, right here at the 10th fret, back up to the 5th fret, the A, and then just off to open, top, bottom 3 strings. Heaven, let your light shine down. Repeat. Heaven, let your light shine down. Now, while they're doing this, I think you repeat that 4 times for the chorus. One of the guitars, when he goes to the 5th fret, the A here, one guitar is just playing a little lead line here, grabbing the 11th fret of the G, giving it a little double pump and releasing it. And then 11, 14. And they repeat that 4 times. So whenever it moves to A, right there, let your light shine down. Now you can kind of mimic this with one guitar just by going on the open D string along with that note. Kind of like that, and then move it up to 14. Do that again at the end of the chorus. heavy riff. You know, this is like a pop song. It's like you know, a grunge light or pop grunge, but that is a really heavy riff. I should tell you another way where I said that there's two guitars going on during this part. One right there, and then the other one hitting the lower power chords. You can kind of combine the two and go into a three-finger C power chord, and then just lift off the A string and the D string. Kind of like that, and so you can kind of mimic the way it's played on one guitar. And you can kind of do the same thing when you move up to D here. Now I'm barring the just on the A, D, and G string, I'm barring the 5th fret, and I've got my pinky down here on 7 of the G, and I'm just lifting off my index. Right? So it kind of together, it kind of sounds like this. And that is it. That is how you play pretty much all of the rhythm parts, minus the really good solo that's in this one. And I'm going to sit down and I'm going to learn it, and I'll do a tutorial for it in the coming weeks. And hope you're well. Hope that helped you out. Were you looking to learn Shine by Collective Soul? You guys take care of yourselves. Hope you're well out there in your little guitar corner of the world, wherever that may find you. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.